You've been building your business, and you know that the core purpose of you building your business is not just for mere income. It's really to leave an impact and to leave legacy for not only your clients that you are going to help see the transformation that they want to see in their lives, but also for the legacy you're going to leave for your children and your children's children. And so, in today's episode of the Daily Dose, I wanted to just really touch on something that was really heartfelt this morning that I was personally dealing with this morning, where my son, he's 17, and today was the last first day of school for him, of high school, and he's entering into his senior year. And it's just crazy how watching him get ready for school this morning, it just brought everything back full circle for me, and just why I do what I do and why I show up the way I show up, not only for myself and not only for my clients, but also for my children and ultimately my children's children. So on today's episode of the Daily Dose, Divine Overflow of Spirit-Led Empowerment, we're going to be talking about the mindset that's worth more than money in your business. The mindset that's worth more than money. And why I say this and why I'm so passionate about even bringing this message forward today is because my son didn't only just pack textbooks and pens and pencils and, folders and loose leaf paper. Like, he didn't just pack that. Yeah, those are essential items that he needs for school. But the most impactful thing that my son packed in his book bag today was his own journal. My son created this journal from his own wisdom, his own experience, his own expertise, his own productivity hacks that he was utilizing. And he wanted a place where he can actually, as a high school student, he wanted somewhere where he can be organized. And so he named it Organized-ish because, teens and even adults, we're going to be as organized-ish as possible. And so I thought it was such a cute and clever name. But the fact that my son packed his own planner in his book bag just shows that not only am I teaching my children the importance of entrepreneurship and just using your own gifts, your talents and skills to create impact and income, right? But it's literally teaching him, more importantly, like the mindset of a millionaire, the mindset of a kingdom leader, the mindset of a kingdom entrepreneur, the mindset of knowing like you can go to school and have your education, but then it's also okay for you to also be an entrepreneur as well. Like, he doesn't have to choose. He can do both. He can do both simultaneously. And so that is like the real reason as to why I am so passionate about what I get to do for not only for my own life, but also for my clients as well, because you're leaving an impact, you're leaving legacy for your children to follow suit. And so I'm going to be breaking down the mindset that's worth more than money. It's worth so much more than money, because my son and my daughter, both of them, but particularly my son this morning, just showed me the importance of passing down the legacy and the mindset of entrepreneurship and instilling that into your children, so that they know that they don't have to continue to always like trade their time for money, right? They have choices. They have an option. They don't have to just go along with the norms of society and the norms of culture that tells you to go to school, go to college, get in debt, work, find a career, right? Work that career for 30 years, 40 years, and then retire and live off of 40% of your income, right? With just 40 hours a week, and you're getting 2 weeks of vacation every year. And it's like, my son doesn't have to subscribe to that. If he decides to go that route, okay, that's his choice. However, he has a choice. That's the beautiful thing about it. He has a choice. So as he's packing his book back, and as he's packing his books, he's also packing his brilliance. This was his brilliance from his own mind, from his own God-given calling, right? And so I just want to really instill in my children that they don't have to work for money and trade their time for money forever. They can create one item, they can create an offer and sell it over and over and over. He created this one time and he sells it over and over and over and over again, right? And so let's jump into, I have 3 points for you that I want to share quickly. And so the first thing is, when you're building out your business, you want to make sure that you're building it with purpose. This is one of the powerful mindsets to really have. It's like understanding like why you're doing what you're doing. Why are you building this business? It's having a clear God-given why. And so if you don't have that today, I really want to encourage you to just journal that out, really like write that out, brainstorm, think, ponder. Why am I in this business? Is it for legacy? Is it for financial freedom? Is it time freedom? Like, is it creative freedom? Why? What is the purpose of your business? Who are you called to serve? How are you called to serve them? In what capacity? Because this why, your purpose, is what's going to drive your business. It's understanding your purpose and your proficiencies, your passions and your proficiencies, right? Understanding the deep problem that your audience has and what is the deep pleasure that they want? What are you going to get them over to, right? And so understanding that your purpose and your clients' pain points, their problem that they have, that is what's going to birth your business, your purpose-driven business. And so you have to have a clear why that drives your mission, drives your vision, drives your, like literally leads you into the direction that you want to see for your business. So understanding your purpose in business is vital. Another thing is you want to look at the package, right? You want to now take the purpose, your God-given purpose, and package it. Not the entire purpose. I teach this deeply inside of my Assignment Accelerator Academy, but you want to take your passions, your proficiencies, and package that up, right? Package it up into a signature offer that you can offer to your clients that brings them transformation. So I go into detail inside of my Assignment Accelerator, but it's really important for you to take a trial that you've been able to triumph over and create a trail for someone else. So my son, for example, was having a hard time keeping up with all the things he had to do. He's a high schooler, he's working, there's extracurricular activities at school. And so he was having a hard time like keeping up with everything. So he's like, you know what, I'm going to create a planner. And so he created a planner. And now this planner not only serves him, but serves others, other high school students, young adults that needs to get organized-ish, right? And so create, like take your wisdom, take your knowledge, take your experience, your expertise, and package it into an offer, a signature offer that will bring your clients transformation. You want to create results-driven containers as a coach, right? So that your income continues to compound. And so that is the second step. And then the third step is to pipeline it, right? This is where you're creating a simplified sales funnel that keeps your clients keep your clients rotating, keep clients flowing in. All right. And you want to build your coaching business and really package your expertise and then pipeline it, create a simplified sales funnel. You want to know like strategically what your numbers are. It's not just about posting and praying. It's about strategically knowing like, okay, what am I putting out? What is my goal income? Like, what is my conversion rates? Like it's strategy, but also spirit-led work. It's purpose-led work, right? When you're speaking and you're connecting with your audience, it's important to have that strategic pipeline of a sales flow. So not only do you have your offer, but then you're connecting, you're converting with your audience, right? You're literally creating conversion-driven content, conversion-driven content that leads to conversions and keeps the flow of income coming in with a steady pipeline. And so these are the three systems, these are the three things you need to have in your business so that your business overflows and compounds over time. All right. And so just to recap, overall, essentially, the mindset that's worth more than money in business is not just you passing money down to your children, right? Yeah, you want to leave, the Bible tells us a good man leaves an inheritance for his children and his children's children. But it's not just money, it's also the mindset that you instill in your children. It's the mindset that they don't have to strive, they don't have to work that 9 to 5 until they're buried 6 feet deep. They don't have to trade their time for money. They can learn how to create money with ease. They can learn how to have the mindset of someone who uses their gifts, their talents, their skills to create offers consistently. The more offers you create, the more income you can make. But it's important to gauge those offers and do it in an order that makes sense, right? And so that's what I help you do inside of the Business by Belief Accelerator. All right. If you just comment belief, I'll send you the application to apply for the Business by Belief Accelerator. Inside of this accelerator, I not only help you with crafting your signature offer, but I also, inside of my CPR story selling formula, I break down how to literally sell using stories, because using stories surpasses the conscious mind and goes right to the subconscious. It speaks to people's emotions, right? And it invokes action through emotions, through their subconscious beliefs. And so I help you to formulate stories that speaks to the subconscious mind, leading your clients to actually purchase from you. And not only do we do the story selling formation so that you have converting messaging, we also develop your systemized sales funnel, simplified, so that it's not all over the place. You have a beautiful, clear, concise structure to bring in consistent cash flow inside of your business. And I'm telling you, it is so alleviating, because a lot of my clients, they come to me and they're doing all the things. They're doing so much. And it's like, because their mind is all over their place, their money isn't flowing. Like overflow comes after order. And so you have to have order. You have to have strategy along with the belief systems, right, in place. And so this is why it's called the Business by Belief Accelerator, because I'm literally giving you the Business by Belief blueprint to grow your business, grow your coaching business, so you can transition into coaching full time, to be present with your family. You don't have to chase clients. You don't have to self-sabotage. You don't have to sacrifice time with the ones you love the most to make a living. We don't have to do that. And so I help my clients to really build out a business that they truly desire, a lifestyle-led business that they are in love with, and serve clients that they are in love with, and do what they are called to do, so that they have that freedom and that fulfillment and the flexibility that comes with a career in coaching. And so I'm just really passionate about what I get to do, and super honored that God chose me to lead and to do this work. And so you want to remember, package up, understanding your purpose, understanding why you're starting your business, packaging it up into an offer, and then scaling it with a clear pipeline. All right. And so I pray that this quick live and message resonates with your heart, and that you see that there's a deeper reason for your purpose-driven coaching business, And go ahead and comment Belief, or even just click the link in the description to apply for the Business by Belief Accelerator. See if you're a good fit. And I'm super excited to work with you in really building out that legacy for your children and instilling the mindset that they need beyond just the money that you'll pass on to them. All right. I love you, and I'll see you in the next live. I'm going to tell you, just as God told me, put one foot in front of the other, step out on faith, and trust God for the next step. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.